Hey guys, and welcome again to Into the Night. Tonight I have the privilege of introducing you to a new brand of night hunting devices called Nocpix, brought out by Infrared Technologies. Their main focus will be on electronic imaging devices for hunting. The name Nocpix is an abbreviation of the words nocturnal and pixel, which represents their ambition to create next-level image quality to see into the night. Nocpix have three main focus points. The first is using leading sensor technology combined with AI algorithms to produce first-class image quality across all their products. Second is the visual experience of the end user. They created a Vision Plus system where they use features like high-quality immersive screens and ocular zoom. The third focus is on ease of use. They have designed their products to be very easy to use, even by feel, and with features that the user actually needs. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the Nocpix ACE series rifle scopes. Now these ones here, I'll just run through a few of the quick specifications for this particular one. This is the ACE H50R with a 640 by 512 sensor and a 60 Hz refresh rate, so it'll be nice and smooth. Now it has got the NETD with 15 millikelvin, and it now has a built-in laser rangefinder, so with ballistic calculations. So let's get it out the box. I'll show you what's inside, what comes with it, what the functions are, and I'll do an in-depth video to show you sort of how the menu system works and everything, and then we'll take it out, mount it to the rifle and show you some footage through it. Anyway, I'll see you at the table. Okay, so here's the box that it comes in. We'll just open it up so it gives you a little note up there, thank you for your purchase. That's all that's in the box. We'll put that aside. Okay, now in the lid here we've got a few targets, like heated target things, so you take them out of there and they just heat up for zeroing in your thermal scope, and also a strap for the case, which we don't really need on at the moment, so I'll leave all that in there. Now we've got a cleaning cloth for the scope, lens cleaning cloth. We've got a rubber cap, eye cup thing, so it screws into the back of the scope. We've got in here is a USB-C with USB to USB-C charging cable, and also a charger. That's the 18650 battery charger. So, and then of course we've got the scope itself. Now this one doesn't seem like it comes with any rings or spare any batteries. It does take an 18650 battery. Now I was comparing this with the TS60. This is the Infrared TS60, and this is the ACE H50R from Nocpix. So they're both owned by the same, like Infrared and Nocpix are the same, under the same parent company, but this is a brand new, a new brand they've just brought out, and they're focusing mainly on hunting optics and stuff like that. So this is the 640 sensor in this one. They have got another model coming soon, which they'll be sending me, and that is the ACE H60R. So that's got a 1280 core sensor, the same as the TS60. But one special thing about this is they now come with a built-in laser rangefinder, and it's not an attachment that goes out the side like the TS60 had to have on it. This one is built in the front. It comes already out the box, supporting ballistic calculations, and it's really really nice feature. So that was one of the biggest downfalls with this scope, was a detachable laser rangefinder, which I never really liked that much, but they do work. But this thing, it's built in, and that just makes it a really good scope. Now this one here, as I said before, it is the 50mm objective lens on there, and it has got a like I think 30mm tube, but it doesn't come with the ring. So I think Nockpix, if you're listening to watching this, I think it'd be a great thing to do is send it out with the rings, just like the TS60 had. That's really nice set of rings, those quick detach rings. But anyway, we've got your focus, or your cap locks back under there, which is really nice, and actually clips shut. And you've got a nice focus ring here, which is really nice to use, and it's got a lot of range in that focus. It has got this battery compartment here. Rather than having one to unscrew like this one, you just flip the battery compartment or push that button and it just flips open. So it's great that it takes an 18650 battery, which I've got one here. It didn't come with one, so I'll put that one in there. And instead of having to undo a cap like the TS60 to get the USB thing, is another thing to lose. You just turn this, and there's a little hole in there. It lines up, and you plug a USB-C straight into there. You can see that, and then that just turns and seals it up, so it will be waterproof. Now you got your same dial on the front here. I actually do like the TS60 has sort of really defined clicks, whereas this one, it's a bit harder to actually feel the clicks, but it works. It does the same thing. You got your menu button on the top there, so a quick press of that from your home screen brings up your main menu, like your quick menu. A long press, it brings up the other menu, and when you're in your menu settings, you can press that for selecting or changing parameters and things like that. So moving back to here, we've got that's an ocular zoom, they call it, and so it's actually just like an optical zoom that just zooms in actually on the screen itself. So if you want to, in a hurry, you just want to quickly zoom in, you can hit that right round to zooms in 3 times on the screen. But that does actually, you do lose your tops and your bottom of your screen, so it just zooms in on the actual screen itself. But if you want to do a digital zoom from the home screen, you can just turn that same as that on a TS60 to zoom in and out. So on the back here, we've got 3 buttons as well. We've got your power button, you got your range finding button, and you got your record button. So to turn it on, you long press on the power button, and when it's on, to use the range finder, you have a single press, and that just wakes up the range finder, and it actually just gives you a single reading. So you can press it again to give you a single reading. If you want it to go continuous reading, you press and hold, and then it goes into that. And to turn the range finder off, you just hit the power button once. And even in your menu systems, anything, I love how you can just hit the power button once, and it just sort of like an escape button gets out of the menu. Now the camera button, one press on the camera takes a photo, or a long press takes a video recording. So on the back here, you just got your diopter adjustment, and also a thread in there, so this eye cup can just screw into the back there like so. So anyway, we'll take it out now, and I'll show you a bit of how to work it. Because it is a brand new scope and a new brand to the market, it is very similar menu system as the Infrared, but it has a few little slight changes to it, so we'll go through that now and I'll show you what's inside it. So first of all, to bring up the main menu, well, up the top you've got your so it says the time, and then it has the information bar at the top and the bottom. And so anyway, we'll go through the main menu. Press and hold the mode button down, the menu button down on the scroll wheel. It's just a long press, and so there at the top we've got ultra clear mode, and you can press the menu button, and it selects that. So turn it off, it just enhances the clarity of everything a little bit. Next one we got is for your reticle type, so you can select different reticles, all the different ones. you can select, but I like it on that one. So then you can scroll down and you can scroll up and down by using the scroll wheel on the top, and you select things by pushing the menu button. So we'll select that, so then it gives you different radical colours. So you got green, red, white and black. And you got black and white. You got white with the green, white with red, black and green, and black and red. So I actually like it on the white with black. So the crosshairs and the black are actually quite fine. If I get it up to that tree over there, you can see the black crosshairs, and they're quite nice and fine. So that's if I got it on white hot, but if I put it on black hot, I would probably invert the colour. So black crosshairs with a white cross. Okay, so now that it's gone out of the menu, go back into it. Then the next one here, you can get to your different profiles. So you've got 7 different profiles you can choose from, A through to G. That's for different, so 7 different rifles you can actually put the scope on and have saved in. I'm just going to stick with profile A. So then I'll go back. You just hit the power button once, and that just goes back. Now you can go down here and select your zeroing distance. Okay, I'm going to change that to 50 meters. So go to 0. Select. Now I can turn your knob, and that goes to change that there. The menu button just moves it across. Okay, so then I'll hit the back button. Okay, so then if we go into the next one, you got your zeroing function. So then you can change. I have bore-sighted the scope, but you can change the where your height or your elevation, your windage, and you can zoom in and go right up to 24 times. Let's go. Do this one here, so you can press that and it freezes the image. Press it again and it unfreezes it. So anyway, I'll go back out of that. You must be able to delete the 0 from that. So I'd say, but I don't want to do that. If you go back, or here if you go down, you can add another distance in there. So okay, so if I go into there, into that, save that. If I go back, I can actually bin that. Delete that one. Yes. So then now it's back onto A. Okay, so now this turns on the picture-in-picture function. So it gets you double the magnification. So there's some cattle up there on the hill. Might just range them and just see what distance they are. 1139 meters. So it's pretty good range on them. It's handy to be able to have a rangefinder that measures that far too. Okay, so turn the picture-in-picture off. Then you can turn your Wi-Fi on and off. Next one's your calibration. So if you go into that, you got your manual or automatic calibration. Want it on automatic calibration. That one's a motion sensor. So it'll tell you if you turn that one on. It tells you your tilt and cant of the scope. If it's calibrated right, but I don't want that on. This one here, you can go into your gallery, so you can go into different files that you saved and view your pictures and videos. Now here's where you go into the ballistic calculation thing, so you can turn it on and off. So if I turn it on, I'll just show you quickly. If I arrange that cow up there on the hill again, get out of there, 741, so you can see it's put that cross way down. Now that's one thing I hope they'll change in a firmware update, the thickness of that cross. It is way too thick, because otherwise it just covers up too much of your target. So anyway, I'll get out of that, turn. You can go through, change your different, your parameters. So, do you want to keep these settings? Yes. Okay, so if I go back into the main menu, you can go into here, but so you can change the thing. So if you go to move reticle, it actually move, instead of putting the cross, it'll just make your whole reticle move to where it has to go. Then it'll put dots on the reticle, and one dot in the middle with two dots either side. Then you can just have a one dot, or a plus sign, or a cross. So I just leave it as a cross. You can change it between mil or MOA, and you can choose your profile, like whichever profile you want. But if you click on one of them, it says please connect to the app. I'll just forget about that now. I'll just turn the ballistic calculation off, go back. Now the next one is your image hue, so that makes it more of a warmer image. And you can see up these cattle up there on the hill. And if I just turn that off again, it goes to the cooler image. I'll leave it on the cool one. Now you get recoil activated video. So apparently, I haven't tried this yet, but apparently you can record with that on there. It'll be buffering, and when you have a shot, it'll record for 5 seconds before you have your shot and 3 minutes after you have the shot. So I might leave that on and I'll try it later. Standby, so you can turn that on and it probably go to sleep if it doesn't have any use for a while, but I'll leave it off for now. The microphone, I'm going to leave that on. And all this is being recorded with the Scope's microphone, so I'll just be interesting to see how the audio turns out. You got pixel defect correction, and then we got settings. In your settings, you got date, your time, your language, and the unit measurement, whether it's yards or meters. A firmware update, factory reset, and the scope info. So this one here is the ACE H50R. So anyway, we'll just get out of there. That's the main menu. Now if you want to just go to your quick menu, you just press your menu button once, one quick press. So then you can change it's on your color temperature there at the top. So you just press it again, it goes to black hot. So there you can see those cattle up there on the hill, nearly 1200 meters. And there you go to red hot, picks them up really well. It's a rainbow, violet, crimson, or just green, and then back to white hot. So then if we go down, there's you got your brightness. So you got, I think, is it 10 different brightness levels. There's up to 10, and then back down to 1. I find 3 or 4 is about pretty good. Then you got your contrast, 10 different contrast settings. I like it on about 3. And then if we go down to, yeah, I don't know what they call that, just sort of like the scenery mode. It's just sort of almost like it changes your whole image with it. It's almost like it outlines, puts a border on everything. And then you can go down, and if you've got multiple profiles there, you can probably change your distance. If you've got multiple distance zeroed in, you can probably change that, but I'll just leave that up on the color temperature. And so yeah, that's pretty much the operation of the scope. And the bars either side, the bar on the left is the battery indicator for the replaceable battery, and the one on the left, the one on the right, sorry, is for the internal battery. Okay, so I've mounted the scope. This is onto my Ruger American Hunter, and now I won't continue it in this video. I'll make up another one where I'll take it out and I can show you this out in the paddock and how it performs on the rifle, as this thing's getting a bit too long. But I did take it out the other night, and I just took a bit of footage of just a bit of a wallaroo at a dam. So you can put that up now, and you can just have a look at it, all the different colour palettes as he's having a drink and mucking around near the dam. So overall, it is a really nice scope, and I like that they have done, since I actually filmed that video that I showed you before, they have done an update on this scope, and they fixed a few of the issues which like that crosshair, like the cross in the ballistics calculator being too thick, so they've narrowed that up nice and fine, and they've just taken such a contrasty look off the screen, so they've made it a bit more natural looking as well, and just a few little bug fixes and that. And now the Wi-Fi connection was a bit dodgy to start with, and now they fixed that as well. So all these, I'm glad to see that they're listening to us as the users, and they're fixing some of these issues before they hit the market. And yeah, so I can really like this scope. Even just fixing those few issues there has made it so much nicer to use. So anyway, I hope you did enjoy this video. Stay tuned for when I take it out, and we'll actually go and do a bit of hunting with it, and hopefully we can shoot something real soon. I'll see you on the next video.